This
Meanwhile,
conference will now be recorded.
so let me know what is that we are working on and what is that we have discussed in the last class. Anybody? Anybody that you could remember of? What is that we are discussing, or what is any points that you could remember? One by one, unmute yourself and start speaking. Okay. So by the way, today is what day 20 or day 19? Can somebody tell me?
20.
20. Wonderful. Thank you. So anything that you could remember from last couple of days, or the last session that we had, anything, whatever you could remember of. You can unmute yourself. Please feel free to unmute yourself. Okay. Aruna, Koteshwari, Sai Prasad, Sanket, Shirin. Yeah, wonderful, Shirin. You're still attending. I'm so happy about it. Durgesh.
Test plan, strategy, test strategy, something. Observe.
Wonderful. Okay, we were discussing about test plan, and as a part of it we were discussed about what is the difference between test plan and test strategy. Again, I told you this is 100% interview question in general. Can somebody tell me what is the difference between a test plan and test strategy? Chandana, nice, good to see you. Ashfaq Sheikh, wonderful, you're continuing. Aruna, wonderful. Okay, so you've been attending the classes, wonderful. Syed, Swati, Sureka, Subramaniam, all names, like familiar names, wonderful. I'm glad that you're continuing the classes. Okay, anybody that you could remember the difference between them, because it is kind of 100% interview question, guys. Okay, don't ignore this question. What is the difference between both of them? Anybody, whatever you could remember. Test level is like project level. Okay, project level document. Okay, let's say we are doing the manual testing for ICICI online banking application. We have a test plan document specifically created for that particular project. Okay, so it's a project level document. Okay, but what is the test strategy? Is it done for one project, or is it done for multiple projects, or it is a generic document that is done for all, how a company deals with it? What is it? I saw somebody unmuted. Please go ahead and speak.
Organizational level document.
It's an org level document. Okay, org level document, organization level document, org level document, which means that, let's say Satyam is there, they will create one test strategy for their whole company, irrespective of whether ICICI comes and then talks about testing, or HDFC coming them, or Bank of America, or Washington Mutual, whichever company comes and says that can you do the manual testing, they will give this test strategy document, and they will showcase that these are our capabilities and this is how we handle our manual testing projects. So it's an org level document. It is one document which they keep updating depending upon the clients, depending upon the latest updates from the market, or if the company needs, let's say Bank of America needs something little different from ICICI, they make those changes and say that, oh, this is the process that you're following, this is the process that you're following, we are happy to give that process, or this is that extra kind of testing that you're doing, we are happy to include that security testing as well. So whatever it is, that is an org level document which is generic to all the projects created by the organization like Infosys, Wipro, Satyam, or whatever it is. Wonderful. Okay, we have also discussed about exit criteria, okay, and entry criteria, folks. Okay, so what is this exit criteria? Again, 100% interview question. They will ask you, have you created a test plan? We said no. Have you at least involved in a test plan? Then you would have to say yes. Then they will immediately ask you, okay, can you please tell me a difference between entry and exit criteria? So tell me, guys, what is an exit criteria? You can type, or you can just say, or okay, I see some people. Okay, Geeta
Where
said
you
organizational.
stop testing, sir? Where you meet
Okay,
all the
sorry, come again. Shirin, can you please come again?
where you stop testing, when you
Okay,
When you can
will.
start the testing is entry criteria.
Superb. I know, like, when two people are unmuting themselves, it is becoming a noise. Okay, but that is okay. I really want you to unmute yourself and start speaking, which is very, very important. Okay, when will you, this is stop or start?
stop.
This is stop. Wonderful. Stop testing. Okay, you on manual testing. Okay, it could be 1 points, it could be your multiple points. Okay, okay. Again, please watch the test plan that I've given, so that they will also ask you, can you please tell me what is the entry criteria that you have put for your project? Okay, so, or what is the entry criteria? So you need to know those points. As when will you start the testing? Okay, so when will you start? When the environment is ready, when the resources are ready, when the resources are trained, when your sanity testing is there. You remember smoke testing, when your smoke testing is passed. Okay, because if the smoke testing has failed, then it is no longer good, okay, for testing. When your test data is ready, okay, so like this, lot of things that you can put as an entry criteria. Exit criteria is when there are no when all the severity 1, severity 2 defects are closed, when only severity is less than 10% of severity 3, severity 4 defects are present, okay, or 90% of severity 3, 4 are closed, and then okay, when all the test deliverables have been given. So like this, all the things which you think needs to be there before you can stop the testing, all that goes into the exit criteria. Okay, again, this is very important question. In the test plan that I've given in the last class, I've given you some sample entry and exit criteria. Other than this, there are two more things. One is suspension criteria. Okay, so let me showcase that. Okay, one is suspension criteria and one is resumption criteria. Okay, can you tell me the English meaning of suspension, guys? Anybody, whatever you can think of, in Hindi, Telugu, Tamil, whichever language you are comfortable. What do you mean by suspension? Canceling. Wonderful, Geeta. When you like totally canceled it, you are not even talking about stopping and starting. Okay, you're starting or stopping means there is a project, but suspension is completely canceling the whole thing or postponing it, or you don't have any plan to start it. When do you do that? You put all that criteria into this. Watch this carefully. Okay, so you see the build, we already understand by the word build, guys. I've spent so much time explaining these words, because if you don't understand these basic words, okay, you will get totally overwhelmed. Okay, so the build means the software that has been created, it is built. Okay, it is created and it is ready to go into the environment. We call it as a build. Okay, we have already looked at build 1, build 2, build 3. We have spoken about all that, so I'm not going to tell you what is a build at this point of time. Okay, so the build contains many serious defects which seriously are limiting the testing process. Okay, I'll give you one example. Okay, for example, the login itself is not happening at all, irrespective of whatever the username, password, whatever you give. Okay, once you enter the username and password, click on the login button, just there is a circle which is going on and on and on. Nothing is happening on the application. Okay, or it will showcase the blank page, or it will showcase that 404 page not found, something like that, which is happening, wherein it is very serious. By the way, these serious defects, there is a word for that. Serious defects, as I've told you now, you are not able to proceed further, you are not able to do anything on the application. If the login itself is not happening, what will you do? Where will you check the balance transfer scripts? Where will you check the amounts, account summary? Where will you check the statements, booking the checkbooks, or log out, or change the username, password? You cannot check any of those functionalities because the login itself is not happening. When the login itself is not happening, it's a very serious defects. When something like that happens, you will suspend it. Okay, you will suspend it, saying that this testing is under suspension. We don't know when it will start. Unless these issues are resolved, we cannot start the testing. Even in Bollywood movies and Tollywood movies, we see that the inspector will be suspended, right? There is a good inspector doing the good work, he will be suspended. Okay, so this is also something like that. Suspension means you are canceling for now, we don't know when it will start. Okay, or we'll saying that for now it is cancelled. Yes, it will be resumed, but For resuming, we have a resumption criteria as well, but for suspension, we are looking at the suspension criteria. One of the suspension criteria is there are serious defects. And are these the only 4 suspension criteria? These are the 4 for this project which this guy has written. It doesn't mean that for every project these are the only 4 suspension criteria. When you go into your company can have your own suspension criteria. If there is no templates, there is no suspension criteria, you can simply copy paste it from here and showcase it to your manager, and if manager is happy with the suspension criteria, is it okay? If he is not happy, ask him what is the extra points that we can add as a part of suspension criteria. Okay, by the way, I've been skipping one word, serious defects. There is a word for it. What is this serious defects? Okay, there is a word for it. Any idea, guys? Any idea? What is that? There is a word for this serious defects. Okay, so any idea what it is? Give it a guess. Incidents? Geeta, good guess. No, some problem. Fatal. Krishna, wonderful. Okay, fatal defects, we call them as fatal defects as well. Okay, because they are fatal in nature. Okay, it will stop your testing completely, but these are called showstoppers. Okay, in the interviews you can start using all these words, guys. These are totally manual testing words, and you have to use this terminology as much as possible when you get into the interviews. Okay, so these are called showstoppers. Once in the mail, if you say showstopper, right, your highest management will get overwhelmed. They all get into that, meeting rooms, and they start discussing. So once you get into the project, be very, very careful when you use these words showstoppers. Wonderful, Sayed. You cannot proceed forward without solving it. That's exactly what it is, Sayed. So in the emails, you say that you got a showstopper defect. Your highest management will become totally alert. I'm telling you. So these are the words which has to be carefully used in the real-time organizations. Okay, because they get overwhelmed. I'm telling you. Okay, they got overwhelmed when you start using these words. Anyways, okay, so when you have these showstoppers, okay, showstopper defects, then you will suspend the testing, or significant change in the requirement. The requirement that you heard, that you read, and based on that you have written the test cases, the whole lot of it is changed, maybe 20%, 30%, 40% of the requirement has been changed. Then you will suspend the testing. You will go back, read your business, and what is that documents, BRD documents. Okay, so all those documents which are there. Okay, so business requirement documents, okay, the system requirement documents, you will try to read it from the scratch. You will try to understand again, and then go back and write the test cases, and then you will resume the testing again. Okay, or major software hardware problems. Okay, the hardware problems means basically the servers goes down. When the server goes down, you're trying to access the application, you will be able to see this issue, 404 page not found. Okay, something like this. So when the server is down, then you will not be able to, the server will not be able to serve your request, then you will not be able to see the pages. So any network problems or software problems, hardware problems, then the testing is under suspension, or assigned resources are not available because they have put down the papers, or they have absconded, they have left the organization, or they are not incapable of handling it. When something like that happens, then it comes under suspension as well. And these are the suspension criteria. As I've told you, are these the only 4 suspension criteria? No, there could be more. It depends on the company. I'm just giving you some examples just to get you a feel for what is a suspension criteria looks like. Okay, lot of people are leaving. Is it boring, guys? I know this is a dry subject, it is boring, but I have to go through because in the interview they will ask you, have you prepared the test plan? In that case, you should be able to at least tell you exit criteria, entry criteria, suspension criteria, resumption criteria, test strategy. Okay, all the things that we have discussed, the introduction part. Okay, the features in scope, the features out of scope, should be able to talk about all this very confidently. Okay, by the way, guys, are these classes boring? Just tell me. Okay, I really wanted to hear because a lot of people are leaving. Okay, let's make it interesting, and maybe we'll cover this at the end, this theory part. Okay, So tell me one or two. I want to hear from all the 20 people, guys. No silent spectators in my class. Everybody should be active. Okay, one or two. Okay, it's still interesting. I'm trying to make it all as much as interesting as possible, because this is a dry area, all theory. Okay, but I'm trying my level best, guys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is so disheartening that people are leaving it, and I'm feeling so bad about it. Okay, so am I keeping it interesting or not? I'm so concerned about it. Okay, so anyways, okay, now entry exit criteria is done. Then the next step is, let's go back here. Okay, so what is that we have covered? Fourth step is entry criteria, exit criteria. Okay, and then the fifth thing is the fifth is resumption criteria. Hang on, guys, 1 second. Okay, resumption. Okay, suspension criteria and resumption criteria, right? Okay, suspension criteria and resumption criteria. Wonderful. Okay, so far 5 things are covered. Let's look at all the 5 things again. Okay, the first one is the introduction. We have covered it. We have covered about out of scope, in scope. We have covered the difference between test strategy and test plan, but there are some things in test strategy which I will cover. Then the fourth step is exit criteria and entry criteria, and the fifth step is suspension criteria and resumption criteria. Let's look at the sixth one. Okay, let's look at the sixth one. What is the sixth one, guys? Test deliverables. Test deliverables. Okay, in your mind, what is a deliverable, guys? What do you mean by a deliverable? Anybody? Again, you can use any language, Hindi, Telugu. Okay, and wonderful. Thank you, Abhishek. Thank you so much. Happy Teachers Day. Okay, so what is a deliverable, guys? What is a deliverable? What do you mean by a deliverable? Anything, Hindi, Telugu, English, whatever you think like. Okay, unmute yourself and speak, or put it in the chat window. Okay, Syed says all defects are fixed. That's deliverable. Okay, but tell me in simple language, English language. Okay, okay, so something that you will provide, deliverable. Okay, so whatever you give. Okay, so who is giving here? The test lead or the testing team is delivering what they are delivering to the client. Okay, so what is that they're delivering? Okay, so the Swiggy, you have ordered Swiggy, they will deliver whatever you have ordered for. Okay, let's say you have ordered chip, what is that, some pizza. Okay, that is the deliverable. Okay, he will come and deliver the deliverable. What is the deliverable? The pizza that you have ordered, or biryani that you have ordered. Okay, similarly, the tested deliverables are nothing but the documents that you prepare and you give it to the end client. For example, test plan is the document that you're creating, so that is the test deliverable. Okay, all the test cases that you have written, that is the deliverable. The test results. Okay, so how many test cases have passed, test cases have failed, that is the deliverable. Test report. Okay, after the whole testing is done, you will create a report, right, saying that we have done the testing, we have created so many test cases, so many have passed, so many have failed, so many defects have come out. So you create an exhaustive test report saying that yes, the whole testing is done, here is the report, look at the report. Okay, all these are the test deliverables. What all the test deliverables that you're planning to create for this project, all the test deliverables should be listed down here. Okay, should be listed down here. Okay, are you okay, guys? Are you? Or the defect? Okay, I forgot. Okay, the defect report. Okay, every time that a defect is raised, it should be documented, right? Let's say there are 100 defects, 30 are severity 1, 20 are severity 2, 10 are severity 3, remaining are severity 4. All that proper report, you put it into a proper Excel sheet, and you give it to them. So that is also a deliverable. So are you okay with the test deliverable parts, guys? or should I explain? Yes. How does a test report looks like? I'll cover that later. How does a defect report looks like? Yes, first you need to understand a defect, you need to understand how you write the defect, then I will showcase that. How to write a test results, again I will showcase. Test plan, I'm already showcasing. Test cases, yes, that is a very important part of manual testing. I'll cover that. But at least at this point of time, try to understand that these are all the things that you are supposed to give it to the end client. Only then you can say that you have completed the testing, and the test your client will expect all these documents, at the end of the project. Okay, are we okay, guys? The energy is lost, guys. Please tell me one or two. I want the energy, please. I want the energy from all of you. Okay, so one or two. Okay, so Hanoni has arrived. Hi Hanoni, so long time. Welcome to the class. Okay, so test environment, we already know the environment, don't we think so, guys? Okay, we discussed about different types of environments, right? So can somebody tell me what is the environment, or what are the different types of environment that could be there in a particular company or a project?
Test environment, deployment environment.
Wonderful. Test environment. Okay, then what? Dev environment. Okay, then production environment, the actual environment. Okay, okay, then there could be a pre-prod as well, just before the production. The code is deployed into production, first it is deployed into pre-prod and to see everything is going on. Usually here the user acceptance testing is done, okay, here in this pre-prod. Okay, so similarly you have different kinds of environments. So this test environment, what all the things which are there in the tested environment, what is the hardware, what is the software that is used? Okay, how is this test environment? Are there a web server? We already know about the different servers, right? Web server is there. Okay, what is the other server, guys? Web server is there, guys, please tell me.
Database.
Database server is there. Wonderful. Okay, and what else is there? App server is there. Okay,
Application.
wonderful. Application server is there. What kind of servers is this? Okay, web server, is it a Tomcat server, or a database servers are there? Is a Microsoft Excel or Oracle database? What is that database? Okay, what is the version of that database? App server is there. App server means you can have a JBoss, you can have a IBM WebSphere, you can have different kinds of app servers. All that information. And is the code developed in which language? Is it Java or Python, or what it is? Okay, all that will be put into this test environment. Okay, exact information along with the versions. Kumar sir, this is looking very technical. What am I supposed to do with, if it is a Java or a Python, or is it a web, is it a IBM WebSphere, or is it Oracle? You need not have to do anything, just try to understand, that's it. Because whatever the testing that you do, is it a white box testing or a black box testing? What are we doing, guys? Is it a white box testing or black box testing? Tell me, which testing we are doing?
White box.
Yeah, we are using a black box testing. We will be doing a black box testing. Black box testing means only the functionality testing. Only what you see on the browser we care about. What is there behind the scenes we don't care about. All these are there behind the scenes we don't care about. But Kumar sir, if this is behind the scenes and we don't really care about, why we are mentioning? Just there is a template. We have to put all that as a part of the template. Try to understand the architecture, but that's about it. Okay, just that when you're doing certain stuff, at least you need to know that testing that you're doing, it is developed in Java or a Python or .NET. Yes, you will not go and touch the Java code, you will not change anything in the Java code unless you are a white box tester or a gray box tester. But purely you are a black box tester, which means that you are doing only the functionality testing, which means that you will be doing the testing only on the browser. Then Kumar sir, why we need to understand? As I've told you, it is good to understand. It is good to understand. Okay, like you are watching the cricket. Okay, you know the silly point, you know the first slip, you know the second slip, you know the cover, you know the leg side, you know the offside. Kumar sir, to watch the cricket, should I understand all those terminologies? No, even without the terminologies, you will be able to understand, watch the cricket and all that. But it is good if you know that. Similarly, if it is good, you know that, and you have to put this in the document. Okay, where will I get this information? Don't worry, the test technical design document. Yeah, There is a document called what? Technical design document. Who will create it? We already remember. You remember there's a design phase. In the design phase, there's a technical design document is created. There is a high level design document, low level design document. Okay, high level design document is created by the architect. Low level design document is created generally by the developers. You watch there, all this information is available, just to copy paste. Okay, what I used to do is go there, copy the whole thing, put it over here. That's it. That's what I used to do. Okay, at least this is what I understand doing it. Okay, and it is good you understand it, because I used to understand as well, read it, understand as much as I could. But again, is it of any significance while I'm doing the testing? Zero significance, I'm telling you. Maybe here and there when you're going and talking with the developers, okay, if you understand those things, you will be able to confidently go talk to the developers. Okay, but even without that knowledge, it is still fine. It is still fine. Okay, but you have to understand that there is a section called test environment where all this information will be put in the document. Again, okay, go back to this test plan or sample test plan which is there. Here also the test environment details are given. Okay, somewhere here I've seen it. Okay, if it is there, it is good. If it is not there, tell me, I will go. You see, test environment details are there. Okay, so all that is there, you can look into it. What is the test environment details which are available? Okay, so like this. Wonderful, guys, wonderful. Okay, now okay, now are you clear? Can I go to the next session? Again, this is a dry topic. I'm trying to little cover fast because people are living it, so that we can go to the interesting topics quickly. That is the only reason. But that doesn't mean that you should not understand. You should try to understand as much as I could. Are we okay with the test environment, guys? One is yes, two is no. Before I go into the next chapter, next section. Everybody. There are 4 yeses. Geeta, Aruna, Vinupriya, Swati, Sai
Yes,
Prasad,
sir.
Syed. Wonderful, guys. Okay, let's go to the next section, which is resource planning. Okay, resource planning. I will not explain this. I will showcase that thing in the current test plan, and you will totally understand what it is. Okay, resource planning. Okay, hang on. Okay, where it is resource planning, hang on. Okay, there is somewhere I have seen that over here. Okay, again, this test plan is not in sync with the test plan that I've created. This is a random test plan. I have downloaded it from the internet. That is the reason why. Okay, so we are not able to match whatever I'm saying to whatever I'm showcasing it to you. Okay, whatever I'm saying is a proper thing which is used by a lot of companies. Okay, in my company I used to follow this. That's what I am that's how I am going, but I'm matching it to the test plan that I've downloaded from the internet. You see. Okay, project manager, what is his responsibility? Acts as a primary contact for development and QA team, responsible for project schedule and overall success of the project. This is what a project manager will do. What a QA lead will do. Okay, his responsibilities. What a QA will do, his responsibilities. This is the role, this is the responsibilities. Okay, and once this is done, okay, then this is what you will put as a part of resource planning, as a part of roles and responsibilities. Okay, and also now Kumar Gupta, what is his role? Is he a QA lead? Is he a QA or project manager? If he is a project manager, Kumar Gupta, and his responsibilities are over here clearly mentioned. Now we have Chandana is what? QA lead. Okay, Chandana name is over here, and this is her responsibilities. She has to update time and again to the project manager PM. She will be leading all the QA members. She is responsible for all the meetings, walkthrough meetings. She is responsible for creating the test plan document. She is responsible for making sure that the proper process is being followed. She is responsible for coordinating with the developers whenever the QA team needs it, like this. Okay, remaining QA. Okay, we have Aruna, we have Geeta, we have Radhika Reddy. All the 3 people, all these resources. Again, in the company, everybody is resource, guys. They are not human beings. Okay, the very first time I went to the company, they are calling it as soon as I went, there was a meeting. Okay, there were 5 people were hired as a part of QA. By the way, I started my career as a manual tester, QA. Okay, now I went, there are 5 people hired with me. Okay, then we all the 5 people were pulled into the meeting, and the QA lead was there, and then we said, okay, we have hired 5 resources and you are the resources. I'm so happy to share with you, here is the business BRD document, here is the system requirement document. Then I was said, man, I'm a resource now, I'm a human being or a resource? There was a doubt that I got, but later on I started getting used to that resource word. Somehow I feel that whenever they call me as a resource, right? They make me feel that I'm not a living being, to be honest. But again, we can't help. In the real world, that's what they call it. Okay, that is what is the resource planning. Okay, that's what I'm saying, resource planning. So how many resources needs to be hired, and who is what, and what are the responsibilities? Everything we will put in this section called resource planning. Are we clear, guys? Are we clear with this resource planning, all of you? Okay, simple. In resource planning, whose role is what and who will do what? Simple. Okay, so Kumar Gupta, what is his role? Project manager. What he will do? Blah blah blah. Okay, Chandana, what is her role? QA lead. What is she do? She will do all this. Okay, and then we have Radhika Reddy. What is her role? QA. What she will do? She will understand the requirement, she will write the test cases, she will prepare the RTM. What is this RTM, guys? Requirement traceability matrix. Again, very 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 important, which I will cover later. Okay, again 100% interview question. Okay, what she will do? Reviewing the test cases. What she will do? Executing the test cases. What else she will do? She will raise the defects, she will write the defects into a document, and then she will create a defect document. What else she will do? She will be doing the retesting and regression testing. So what else she will do? She will attend the defect review meeting, and she will update everybody. Like that, all the roles and responsibilities will be put down here. Okay, am I going fast, guys? Again, am I going fast? One is yes, two is no. Be honest, guys. Okay, you need not have to keep me happy. Okay, keep yourself happy and automatically I'll be happy. Okay, I wanted to whatever the time I'm spending, right, it has to be 100% useful to you. Okay, so if something is not as per your expectations, right, please let me know. Not that I will fix it, but at least I'll know it, and I'll take all others opinion. And if everybody is having that problem, definitely I will fix it. Or most of the people are having that problem, 100% I will fix it. Okay, so these are simple things to understand. That's why I'm going little fast, guys. Okay, so not that I cannot explain and then give the real-time examples, tell me what is happening in my world, what I have done. I can explain that, but again, this test plan itself will take 4 to 5 days. That's what I'm little worried about. And people will be thinking, this is not going at all. When will this test plan complete? Okay, I don't want to get into that situation. Okay, now the next is very very important, guys. Okay, what is it? Milestone dates. Milestone dates. Okay, or very importantly, we can also call it as scheduling. What is it? Scheduling. Okay, scheduling. Okay, again, if you have an exam, okay, you will come out with your own schedule, right? You have an exam, you have come out with the own schedule, right? 19th maths exam is there. Okay, your schedule is 18th, okay, 17th and 18th only read maths exam. Okay, so like this we create your schedule, right? 21st 22nd science exam, 30 34 30 31st some social exam. Like this you create your own schedule. Okay, so or you're becoming, you want to become for a software engineer. Okay, total September, okay, learn Kumar sir classes. Okay, now September October, okay, by October 1st week, October 7th. Okay, so create a resume. Okay, then from October till October 15th, okay, get at least one interview. Okay, get at least one interview. Okay, by November 1st, okay, crack an interview. Okay, you have your own schedule, right? Okay, November 7th, okay, become a software engineer that I always dreamt of, right? This is your schedule to become a manual tester. Similarly, there is a schedule that you can create to complete this manual testing. You create a schedule. Schedule to what? Schedule to what? Schedule to go to office? No. Schedule for your lunch? No. Schedule to have fun in the office? No. Schedule to complete your system testing or manual testing project. Okay, like this. First is, okay, test plan. Okay, so 1st September to 15th September. Okay, 1st September to 15th September. Okay, let's look at the test dates somewhere. It is written over here. We will see so that it is clear for you. Okay, yeah, test schedule. You see, test planning. Okay, start and finish. They are writing the, okay, so 16th September and needs to be completed by 18th September. Okay, review the requirement documents from 16th September to 17th September. So these two activities are happening parallelly. Create the test data. Okay, after the test plan 18th September, from 19th September to 1st October, you are doing this test data. Staff and training the new test resources. They don't have the date set. Okay, functional testing iteration 1 from 21st September to 23rd September. Software, functional testing iteration 2, whatever. Like this, system testing, what is the timelines? Like this, you will come out with a complete schedule. Actually, the schedule will not be like this. Okay, let me showcase another document that I have so that I can tell you how does an exact schedule looks like, which I have prepared in my project. Okay, this is the one. Okay, hang on guys. Yeah, okay, hang on. Let me show you a real-time schedule how it looks like. This is a performance testing test plan that I have created. I'm not showcasing this to you because it is a performance testing test plan. Okay, okay, you see, test plan. Subtask is test plan preparation. Start date is 10th January, complete date is 20th January. Who is it? Kumar Gupta. Test plan walkthrough. Once the test plan is done, you will walk through with the client, 21st January. Test plan sign off, whatever is on the 22nd. It starts on 22nd. After this is done and completed by 25th. Who is doing the, Tom and Jerry is doing it. Okay, like this test environment. Okay, and then test data. For every testing, there should be test data, start date and end date. Who is responsible for that? Kumar Gupta, or maybe Vinupriya, or Hanoni, or Syed, whatever it is. Test case. Here it is performance testing. That's why you have case other scripts. Otherwise, test cases. Okay. So in that, test case creation. Okay. Test case creation. Okay. Like this. Test case review. So what is the start date? What is the end date? So like this, the complete milestone dates will be clearly mentioned here, and who is responsible for that is also clearly put over here. For test case data, test environment, test execution reports, everything will be clearly put out here in the milestone dates or the test schedule. And once this you have put it, and once the owners are fixed and this document is signed off, the client will take these dates very, very seriously, and they track all the activities against these dates. And if you miss these dates, you are answerable to the client, guys. And the test lead or the manager will be paying very, very close attention to these milestone dates or the test schedule. Are we okay, guys? Are we okay, all of you? Are we okay, all of you, with the milestone dates? All of you? Any doubts before I go to the next one? Okay, wonderful guys, wonderful. Let's proceed further. Okay, staffing and training. Okay, so any project, hang on guys, 1 second. Okay, so sorry guys, my employee was asking me some questions. Okay, I might have to go now because there is some important escalation. I'll complete this staffing and training, and then I'll take off. Tomorrow we will join at the correct time. Okay, so this staffing and training is 10th point. Okay, this is a very, very, very important aspect for any project to be successful, guys. Okay, staffing means what? Hiring the correct people. Okay, So this is a very, very important task. The companies like Infosys, Wipro, they will have people on the bench. Bench means what? They will not be doing anything. They will be simply sitting, not doing any work. When a project comes, then the people will be pulled from the bench and they will be put into the project. You understand by the word bench, guys? Now you understand by the word bench. Okay, you will be hearing this bench a lot, right? Okay, I know you are not the software guys, but your software friends or your cousins, your brother, everybody will be saying, oh, I was on bench for so long. Okay, you would have heard that word, right? All of you. Maybe your friend, who's a software, saying that, I was on bench. Bench means what? They will get the salary, but they will be going to the company, but they will be not doing anything. They are not assigned to any project. So when the staffing happens, when the company, when the project starts, and yes, Sayed, the right word is reserve, man. Okay, reserve. This is wonderful. Okay, this is the perfect word. Sayed, I love you, brother. Okay, so this is the perfect word, reserve. Keep the people in reserve, just in case if the project comes, they don't want to go out in the market, start looking and start hiring. Okay, they put it on the bench. Any good company, they will have 30% of the employees on bench. Why? Because any project starts, they have the people on bench. Immediately they will onboard the people, and the project will be starting on time. Okay, if if it's a small company and they don't have enough bench, they will hire the people from outside. Whether you're pulling the people from the bench to the project or whether you're hiring from outside, this is called staffing. Staffing is very, very important aspect, and you have to staff them and also train them. Sir Kumar sir, the QA job or system testing job or manual testing, whatever you call, okay, we know it. They take the interview. Only when we know it, we will be pulled into the project or we will be hired by the company. Again, why training, sir? Why training? Because we already know the QA, we already know that system testing, we already know the manual testing. Only then they have interviewed us. Once they are satisfied, only they have taken in. Whether they are on the bench or from the outside, the interview will happen. They have taken it. Again, why training, sir? Why training again? Can somebody tell me?
Cover the project, they need to explain, I think.
Wonderful. Okay, they are good with system testing, QA, manual testing, but they might not be good with your ICICI banking application because they haven't seen your ICICI banking application. So the knowledge transfer or the training needs to be provided on this ICICI banking application. Sometimes, for example, there are defect tracking tools. Okay, defect tracking tools like ALM, which I will cover at the later point of time, or Jira. Okay, I'll be covering Jira because Jira is popular now as compared to ALM. At some point of time, I'll cover. So let's say our Vinupriya has worked on ALM before, but she hasn't worked on Jira. Okay, they're similar tools. They will get the same job done. Everything is similar, but look and feel will be different, and there's certain things are different. So our Vinupriya needs to get some training on Jira. So Vinupriya says, I have worked on ALM. I know Jira, ALM, all of them look similar only. It is like driving a Yamaha or driving a Hero Honda. They are similar only. Or driving a Honda or a Maruti Suzuki, they are also similar. But I need to get used to it a little bit. So some training can you provide, sir? Then the manager, who is our Syed, says, not an issue. I'll make sure that you train on it first. You get onboarded. Okay. In those cases, training is required, and this domain knowledge is not known by all people. So for domain knowledge, domain knowledge means on the project that you are working. Okay, so the domain knowledge might not, all the people might not have the domain knowledge. They have the knowledge of the QA or the manual testing, but they might not have the knowledge of the domain. So domain knowledge may be required, or minor, sometimes some tools may be required. There are multiple tools. Some people would have worked on some tools, some people wouldn't have worked on some tools. So in that cases, the training is required. Okay, on this note, I will stop the class today, guys. Tomorrow we will complete the test plan and test strategy, and then we will jump into writing the test cases, which is very, very, very important, guys. Okay, we will start writing the test cases and we will start understanding the requirement traceability matrix and all that. Okay, on that note, we will close. So from day after tomorrow, the classes are extremely important if you want to become a manual tester, guys. Okay, so can I drop off, guys? Can I drop off? Okay, any questions? Happy Teachers Day, Syed. Wonderful. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Okay. Any questions, guys? Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Please do join tomorrow as well. We'll start at 6 or 6:05 tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Somebody was asking a question. Please tell me, bro. Somebody is asking a question. I don't know where to store this. Where is manual testing? Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.